What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video. And in this video we will talk about Luis Suarez, because he recently gave an interview where he hinted that he would love to move back to Liverpool FC and he would love to work under Jurgen Klopp. So my first question to you guys, what do you think about this? Would you welcome Luis Suarez back? It's a very interesting story because the large majority of Liverpool fans, I think, loved Luis Suarez, and even though he wanted to leave to Arsenal 1 year before he went to Barcelona, he worked really hard and put in 100% and gave one of the most entertaining seasons to Liverpool fans, where he scored 31 goals and Liverpool almost won the title. On the other hand, Coutinho didn't really try his best, and he almost I think he faked a back injury to not play for Liverpool. On the other hand, Suarez didn't do that really, and I think Luis Suarez is a lot more popular back among Liverpool fans than Philippe Coutinho. But what do you think about this? And let's talk about the Luis Suarez interview. So Luis Suarez is doing incredible numbers at Barcelona. He scored something like 20 something goals in his first season, but then in his second season he scored more than 50 goals for Barcelona, and since then he has been a 30 goal a season striker, and he's on course to do that as well. He already has like 15 goals this season, and I would welcome him with open arms, to be honest. And Luis Suarez told a German football magazine this: anyone who has ever played in Liverpool remains connected to the club for a lifetime. The team plays terrific football and I'm very interested in how they will do this year. I think we can still be prepared for a lot. And also Suarez then expressed his interest in working under Jurgen Klopp, and he refused to rule out a move to Liverpool in the future. So not that necessarily in this January transfer window, but maybe in the summer or in the next summer. And also Barcelona, I've heard they are looking at a long-term replacement for Luis Suarez. And I would love it if Suarez came back to Liverpool and finished his career at Liverpool, maybe winning a Premier League title in the process. Just that would be something that dreams are made of. Luis Suarez said, currently we work for two different clubs, so that's not an issue for me at the moment of working under Jurgen Klopp. But sure, every player would like to train and work with Jurgen Klopp, a world-class manager. So Luis Suarez would definitely be interested in a move to Liverpool when the time is right. He already won incredible amount of trophies at Barcelona, and that's why he went there, so I don't really fault him for that. He won 3 La Liga titles, 4 Copa del Reys, that's the Spanish Cup, a Champions League, a UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. So that is brilliant return. And the striker is now 32 years old, or will be tomorrow, I'm not sure, but his birthday is around this time, so happy birthday Luis Suarez. And I think even if he joins Liverpool at 33 years old, he could still give us a good 2 seasons as a backup striker behind Roberto Firmino. And I would love to see him at Liverpool, because he's still a brilliant clinical finisher and Liverpool create a lot of chances. So Luis Suarez would score a lot of goals in the Liverpool team, and he also can create something out of nothing. He's a one-of-a-kind striker, a really a brilliant finisher in the box. So I would really welcome him back with open arms to Liverpool. But what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Would you welcome Luis Suarez back? And even though Luis Suarez said that he hopes that he can finish his career at Barcelona, he also said, I need to be at the highest level to compete. I don't think Luis Suarez, when he turns 33 in a year's time, can keep up the level that is required to, you know, play for Barcelona week in, week out. And I don't think that he would want to stay there to be a bench option. On the other hand, if Liverpool wins the Premier League title this year, let's hope it happens, and Liverpool would be a lot more of an exciting and interesting and appealing career choice for not just Luis Suarez, but for any striker in world football who doesn't play for already one of the biggest clubs in the world, to come to Liverpool and to be a part of this great project under Jurgen Klopp, I think would interest Luis Suarez. And Luis Suarez loved it at Liverpool. Every time that he gives an interview, he says that he's still a Liverpool fan, one of his daughters, Delphina, I think, which is spelled Enfield backwards, by the way, which is a really, really interesting fact. She was born in Liverpool when Luis Suarez was playing for Liverpool, so he still has a soft spot for the club, and he's still basically a Liverpool fan. He follows the results of the club and the goings on, so I'm sure that he is excited watching Liverpool play in the Premier League when he can, when he's at home. I'm sure that he's tuning into the Liverpool games. Luis Suarez also said, "I have fought a lot in my life, and since coming to Barcelona I'm trying to enjoy it, be happy and win trophies. I'm in the best team in the world with the best players." As I said, I think Luis Suarez would love to join Liverpool sometime in the future. I'm not sure when, maybe next summer, maybe the summer after that. Let me know. I personally would welcome Luis Suarez, who is still a world-class striker with a fantastic goal record. I mean, he scored more than 160 goals already in just like 4.5 seasons for Barcelona, which is an incredible record, and I would love to have him back, because I still think that Suarez has unfinished business at Liverpool. The way that we lost that title race was heartbreaking, and Suarez was in tears when the Crystal Palace game ended. I still remember that vividly, because he put so much into that season, and maybe then he knew that he would leave Liverpool in the summer, and he would have loved to bring Liverpool the Premier League title before leaving to Barcelona. That was his dream, and it wasn't to be. So maybe now, when he joins a much better club, Liverpool are in a much better state in terms of the finances and everything. I think Suarez would and hopefully could fulfill his dream of winning Premier League title with Liverpool. And to be fair, that team with Suarez and Sturridge was a good team, but the surrounding players were not good enough. We had players like Victor Moses and Iago Aspas as bench options, as backup options, which is, no disrespect to those players, but they are not on the level of players like Luis Suarez or Philippe Coutinho or Raheem Sterling or Daniel Sturridge. At that time, Sturridge was also a world-class striker, scored something like 20 plus goals that season. So with much better players around Suarez, this time I honestly think that if Suarez came back, it would be a brilliant reunion, if you like. But I would love to hear your opinion, so let me know. I also read a very interesting interview with Gary Gillespie, who is a former Liverpool player who won 3 Liverpool titles. He said this: "Where does Van Dijk stand in relation to the likes of John Terry, Rio Ferdinand and Joop Stam?" And he said, "Honestly, ability-wise and technique-wise, I would put him on top. He's got absolutely everything, but to become a living legend you have to be successful and win trophies and medals on a regular basis, not just the one-off. Terry and Ferdinand, they had immense quality, but they also had longevity. Virgil van Dijk is probably ahead technically, but he needs to show it with trophies." And I fully agree. Like, Virgil van Dijk could become one of the best Premier League players and also one of the biggest legends of Liverpool, but he needs to win multiple league titles. He needs to win probably a Champions League trophy and maybe other cups as well, but definitely, most importantly, league titles and maybe a Champions League to be considered on the level of John Terry or Rio Ferdinand or even Joop Stam. But I think Virgil van Dijk definitely has the potential to do that, and also he has the potential to even become a better player than he is right now, because as we know, centre-backs with age, they mature, they get more tactically wise, and they could actually go up to another level. Virgil van Dijk is already, in my opinion, the best defender in the Premier League, and it shows that Liverpool only conceded 13 goals in 23 games, and 3 of those 13 goals came against Crystal Palace in one game. So yeah, we kept the most clean sheets in the league. We conceded the fewest goals. Let's hope that this run continues. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the Premier League season. Very interesting rumor is that Galatasaray want to take Divock Origi on loan. Fanatic, which is a Turkish outlet, is reporting that Origi is wanted by Galatasaray after Galatasaray failed to sign Benjamin Tete, who is a striker playing for Sparta Prague. And Galatasaray want to win their 22nd Turkish league title, but they are 6 points behind surprise package Başakşehir, who are actually first in the Turkish league. And that's not really like the biggest shock, because Başakşehir has been in and around the top 3, top 4 in Turkey. But it's definitely a surprise that other big clubs are also struggling. I mean, Fenerbahce is fighting against relegation this season, which is just mind-blowing. And they are conceding a lot of goals with Martin Skrtel at the back. Origi had an unsuccessful loan spell at Wolfsburg, where he didn't score a lot of goals, and I'm not sure if this would be a better option. I'm sure that Jurgen Klopp doesn't want to let him go right now, because we need the backup strikers and Sturridge and Origi. And Sturridge and Origi would need to stay until the end of the season, but I think Jurgen Klopp wants to move on Origi and Sturridge in the summer and bring in other players like Timo Werner, like potentially Luis Suarez in the summer. I mean, imagine that if we could sign both of them. Wow, that would be just crazy. But I don't think we would go for two strikers. I think we would go for one striker and one backup winger / number 10 / attacking midfielder who can really score more goals. Because apart from Xherdan Shaqiri, Liverpool don't have a lot of midfielders who scored a lot of goals. I mean, I was looking through the goal scorers, and basically in terms of numbers, Shaqiri replaced Coutinho in terms of scoring goals from midfield, but otherwise the large majority of the Liverpool goals come from the front three attackers, Salah, Mane and Firmino, and other than that, like, many of our midfielders have one goal. Some of them don't even have a goal. Milner also has five goals, I think, but most of them came from penalties. And also Shaqiri scored 6 goals, which is a very good return. But we need more players. We need more midfielders who can score goals from midfield to ease the burden. And the only way that I think Liverpool could be in very, very serious trouble in the title race is if we get an injury to Alisson, or Van Dijk, or Mohamed Salah. Those are the 3 players that I don't think Liverpool can replace with like-for-like quality. All the other players, we can get by without them for a couple of games, for a few games. But if we lose any of those 3 players, Salah, Van Dijk or Alisson, Liverpool could be in major trouble in the title race. And also good news for Liverpool, but horrendous news for Tottenham. Another one of their key players got a serious injury. Dele Alli pulled his hamstring in the last league game against Fulham, I think, and he is out until the middle of March, just like Harry Kane. And also, if you consider that Heung-min Son is still at the Asia Games, where South Korea went through to the last 8 on penalties, and he will be only back maybe in February, Tottenham are without Harry Kane, without Dele Alli, without Heung-min Son, probably 3 of their best players. I think if Tottenham can get through this period without losing too many games, that would be a miracle, because they have some really, really tough fixtures. And it's such a shame for Tottenham because they seriously were in a proper title race. But these injuries, I don't think they have good backup players to deputize. I mean, Fernando Llorente is just shocking in front of goal. He missed an absolute sitter against Fulham. So I will be very interested to see what kind of team Tottenham will put out in the next few weeks, because any team would be worse off if they lost the 3 of their best players, especially if it's such key players like Harry Kane, like Dele Alli, like Heung-min Son. I mean, the last season when Harry Kane was injured, Tottenham were fine because they had Heung-min Son who could come in and chip in with goals. But this season, without Dele Alli, who actually scored against Fulham, they will struggle for goals big time, and the emphasis will be on their defense. But we shall wait and see. I don't think Tottenham could seriously challenge Liverpool and Manchester City for the title, but I still wanted to talk about it because I think it's worth mentioning in the title race. Tottenham are, I think, outsiders at the moment. It's between Liverpool and Manchester City, and I really hope that, I just really hope that now that Liverpool are going on a training camp, to warm weather training camp to Dubai, I think that that Liverpool could regroup, maybe get their injuries healed. Especially we need Joe Gomez back, Dejan Lovren back, but Oxlade-Chamberlain is back in light training, which is very good news, which I'm really happy about. And also another good news is that Liverpool posted 100 million euros in profit for the 2017 year, which was mainly because of the Coutinho sale, but also because of Liverpool going to the Champions League final and earning something like 88 million euros through that process. So I'm really happy about that. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.